Hey YouTube, just want to do a quick video here. I am changing the flywheel on my 1969 f250. As you can see, the teeth are in pretty bad shape right there. I took the clutch out already. So basically, when you want to change a flywheel, I've heard it's better if you slide the transmission back than taking the engine out. So that's what I've done so far. I'm just gonna show you what I've done. I've taken the crossmember off from right there. There's one bolt right there, another bolt that goes in on that side. Where is it? Let me show you. There it is. Right there. That's where the bolt goes. Okay. You have to disconnect the front drive shaft. You do have to take the front drive shaft and the other front drive shaft. So you got two front drive shafts. One's for the four-wheel drive, that one. And then you got that one that goes straight to the transmission. You got to unbolt that. Then you got one more bolt that goes from the crossmember. This bolts to the crossmember. And you got to unconnect this linkage. You got to disconnect this. There's more linkage right there that you have to disconnect right there. Then you got your, I think it's 4 or 5 transmission bolts that you got. You can see one of them right there, just barely sticking out. Oh, there it is right there. You got one of them sticking out, and then the other one's sticking out just a hair or two right there. I think there's 4 of them or 5 of them. I disconnected the starter just to make things a little bit easier. I believe I got enough room to change the flywheel with just scooting this back. I don't think I have to disconnect the barrel housing or nothing. I guess I'll find out later if I do or don't. And well, pretty much that's how it is so far. Oh, I'm missing something. Let me show you. Also, when you do this, in order to slide the transmission back, you got to take your housing, your transmission cover off, so it can slide back. So there's the tranny right there. So that wasn't that bad. It's a lot of screws. Let me show you from the top side if there's anything to see. So you can see the top of the flywheel right there. Let me go over to the other side. I don't know if you can see anything back there from that view. But so far, if I've combined all my hours, I'd say I spent probably, oh shoot, I've been going kind of slow. I'd say I'm probably 4 hours into this so far. This is my first time doing a flywheel change. So here's my new flywheel that I got right here. Here's the clutch that I took out. There's a new flywheel. The new, well, it's not new. This is a used. It's the same clutch that was already in there. It's already been replaced. You can tell it's See the distance between the rivets and the, so it's still got some life on it. Those springs are kind of, something's wore on that spring, something. But yeah, so oh, let me show you all the linkages and stuff that I've taken off. So got them in these. So I got the clutch pusher right there, the push rod. I got the spring, I got the U-joints, and one pin in there. So that spring pulls the clutch back. And then let's see, over here, I got the two mounts that hold the crossmember and the crossmember spacer for the transmission. That's the long one. And then there's another pin right there on the top. Okay. And then with my, oh yeah, also, when you're undoing the, I don't know what it's called. It's what pushes the clutch up against the flywheel. You got these bolts too. There's 6 of them. And I've already taken them off, and I just screwed them in here so I wouldn't forget where they go. And then let me show you the amount of screws there are to take that transmission cover off. So that's all the screws for that. And I'd say I'm about 4 hours into this project so far. But I've been taking my time. That's the transmission crossmember. The bushing bolt goes right in there, goes right through there and holds the spacer in. But like I said, I've been taking my time on this project because, as you can see, it's raining. And I don't enjoy working in the rain. I don't really enjoy working in general on trucks when it's raining. But I don't mind working on stuff when it's nice out, but it's been really crummy weather. As you can see, I got my mats down so I'm not getting soaking wet. By the way, these what is that called? Linoleum. That linoleum padding right there. It's not really padding, but it's awesome to work on because you just slide around. You can slide around on that way easy. So you're not having to, you know, tear up your clothes or nothing. You can just slide around on it. And it's not like having one of those things you lay on, one of those coaster things. So, I don't know, I think I kind of like that better than laying on something like that. Or, you know the ones they sell at AutoZone and all that stuff. But I really like those because you can just slide around on them. You can roll them up when you're done working. And I'm going to take a break for the rest of today because I don't feel like working in this crummy weather. Maybe if it stops raining, I'll go back to working on it. So far, I've been able to do everything without a transmission jack. And, you know, it's not that hard. Just be very careful. Just take your time. That's a very important part of this whole procedure. Is just take your time. Don't rush anything. I almost forgot one of the bolts that holds the transmission onto the one of the bolts that holds the transmission onto the back of the engine. And I was just prying on it. I'm like, what is going on here? Something's wrong. And then I just took a step back, you know, and then I realized, oh yeah, there's one more bolt. So there's 6 bolts, by the way, to hold the transmission on, because there's 2 in there and I got 4 right there. And then there's another small little bolt. That bolt goes to the starter, by the way. Got a few more on here. Where are they? There's one. There's 3 bolts that go to the starter on this particular truck. The other one's still in the starter. I'm gonna go pull it out. Yeah, so if you got any advice, I'll probably definitely bring you guys part 2 of this video. I believe you have to have a clutch alignment tool, but I've seen it done without it, so I'm not exactly sure on that one. So I'll get back to you on that when we do some more research. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave some comments below if you got any tips or tricks. I'd appreciate it. Thank you, and see you later.